And I still know a lot of the people I grew up with. And when they go, if I had your kind of money, I'd do this, or if I had your kind of money, I'd do that. Hedonism is a black hole that never ends. You can only get so drunk so many times until you want to take a drug, and you do that so many times until you want to do both at the same time or whatever. You end up on a pedo island, whatever it is. Hedonism is a spiral to nowhere.
Right.
True happiness in life is actually doing, I believe, and this is where we can talk about masculinity. I feel happiest when I do the things I'm supposed to do because I'm supposed to do them. Just as you said, putting gas in the car. Putting gas in my woman's car will make me feel happier than doing something insane or garbage. If I can clear all my emails,
right,
I've had a good day. Like maybe it's getting that way. I know when you're younger, you're a bit more reckless in these kind of things, but a lot of young people, a lot of men say to me, especially like, what's fun? And I'm saying doing what you're supposed to do and fulfilling your duty and being proud of yourself is fun. That's the only fun you need. You don't need the fun of trying to chase all this garbage and this hedonism and this black hole. That doesn't lead anywhere.
Did you do that for a while?
For a while, yeah, certainly.
So did I.
You have to.
Yeah.
Until you get to a point where you realize, okay, this is never going to end. Am I going to continue to go down this path, or am I going to turn around and just skip it all?
Right.
Because it only ends badly. And I think that's also one of the problems with Western society, where the youth are obsessed with fun. If you look at other societies, the youth are not so obsessed with what's fun today. What's fun now? I need fun now. I'm bored. I want fun. You know, they're overstimulated, whatever it is. They're also selfish. They're also self-obsessed with how they feel. This teaching a whole society and teaching a large contingent of the youth that how they feel plays paramount over the world. If you feel sad, that's all that matters. Not, well, I feel sad, but it doesn't matter because I'm doing the right thing. I feel depressed or I feel stressed, but it doesn't matter because I'm dedicating myself. No. What matters is how you feel right now, which means they only want to be happy all the time. And if you're going to only chase happiness and you don't have any particular skills, you're going to end up just chasing hedonism, and this is where you end up. And it's insanity. I think one of the largest tenets of masculinity for the largest period of human time is ignoring how you feel and doing what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to do it. We feel things, but jobs must be done, whether we are happy or sad. And this is also disappearing from the world. I'm stressed probably 6 days a week. I'm pissed off 6 days a week, but things need to be done.
Right.
So you just have to do them. And when you have a whole contingent of the youth obsessed with only being happy, I think this is one of the largest reasons they can psyop them so easily into doing insanity. And I guess it never used to be that way. I feel better if I do this. I feel better if I go to the gym. I feel better if I start to take responsibility and take accountability. And I feel better if I'm not afraid of pain anymore. I feel better if I'm not afraid of suffering. I feel better if I understand that I'm supposed to suffer, that that's what's going to make me the best person that I could possibly be, that my youth is supposed to be spent doing difficult things so that I have the light and the dark. This is the reason why they try and convince the whole population they're depressed. Depression is a low energy state. You're not going to go to revolution if you're depressed. If you're depressed, you're obsessed only with how you feel. You're self-obsessed now. You're a depressed person. You don't want to go outside. You don't want to do anything. You don't care about the world.
Right.
You only care about you. You're worshiping Satan if you're going to sit there depressed. I don't care if I'm depressed. I have things to do, and I am not going to allow people I care about to be at detriment. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm a full-grown man. I have things to do. I'll just sit in my bedroom and play video games. I give up. They're just giving up on the system, giving up on society. They're no longer waking up saying, if I work hard and train hard and be a good person, I can build a good society.
And that's what you teach them.
And that's what I'm trying to teach them to do, because they've just given up. They just don't care anymore.
At a young age.
At a very young age, because they're seeing too much too early. And I can't even imagine myself at age 12 seeing all this. How would I end up? It's weird.
Because they're saying to themselves, I'm never going to be in that position. You know, we're spending all that kind of money and doing, so they give up.
They give up. And also not just they give up, but they sit and they think, well, that's all that matters. That's all I want. That's all that success is. I don't care about, and I try and make it very hard. That's why I always mention I was broke for the longest time. And that's when I actually became the person I am. I don't think money changes you. I think money amplifies you. I think if you're a real man and you get rich, you're a good man, like Trump or like us. If you're a pussy and you get rich, you become worse than ever. You become, like we talked, a weak, dictatorial, insane, evil person.
And we're surrounded by them.
That's right. So you need all of the character building, bad times, being broke. You need all that before you're rich. The worst thing that can happen to you is you get rich at 19. Imagine a 19-year-old boy who's filthy rich. He's going to be an idiot. Also, if you meet somebody who's had a hard life, they seem to be pretty wise.
Yes.
It's difficult to find someone who's had a hard life who's a total idiot. When you speak to these liberals or these morons, they've had very easy, soft lives. So I think humans are supposed to struggle a bit.
Absolutely.
And in the Western world, it's the age-old adage. I know it's overused, but hard times create good men create good times, and the good times create a bunch of weaklings. Learn your lesson, right? But there's a lot of these people out there who aren't being taught any lessons at all. And they're going to destroy society en masse because they have never had any kind of difficulty in their life. And what is life without difficulty in the first place? What is life? What is the point of life without difficulty?
Yeah, well, honestly, I spent 29 months in solitary out of my 8 years.
Wow.
And it was probably the best thing that happened to me. Yeah, I mean that, Andrew. Best thing that happened to me, because things became very clear. When you're in isolation and you're alone, you can go either way. You could either go crazy, like I saw a lot of guys do, and I don't demean them, because isolation is tough. Those lights go out at night. Sometimes guys can't handle it. You saw a lot of bad stuff. I get it. It's tough. I'm dead set against isolation for young people. They're young. It's going to be tough for them to survive. But I came out of there a lot clearer on who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And so that time worked for me. You got to make it work for you. You could go either way.
Of course.
And for me, it worked. One of my main secrets is this. Everything that goes wrong in my life, I take full responsibility for.
100%.
Because number one, if it was somebody else that did it, I should have known better. I should have seen it. I should have not let it happen. When you do, that's a man, Andrew. When you can take everything on yourself so that the next time you don't make it happen, it's such a benefit. And people don't get it. Oh, you know, this guy did me wrong. He did. Why did you let him do you wrong?
100%.
My fault. I should have seen it. I'm smart enough. I should have known this. I've been through this. If you always take responsibility yourself, you're 100% better in life.
You can't learn lessons if you're blaming everybody else for what happens to you.
Exactly.
And if you have that mentality, it also makes you stronger mentally, I think, to deal with the difficult things in life. Because if you go to jail and you believe, and you were set up, and a lot of people have, and you're like, oh, the system's wrong, this is wrong, this person lied, I'm a victim, poor me. I don't think that's the right position of strength. I think I think you go into jail and go, okay, that's all garbage. Yes, it's a matrix attack, X, Y, Z. However, I could have done this, this, and this, and now it's my chance to do this, this, and this, so I don't waste the next few years of my life. And I'm going to come out, and I'm going to do my very best to be the person I know I can be. And it gives you a degree of fearlessness. It gives you a degree of fearlessness. And that's probably one of the largest problems with society today, is that a lot of men have become cowards. They're afraid to talk. If my girlfriend put something on TV, she wouldn't ever. But let's say she put Sex and the City on, I'll say, turn that crap off. Why? Because it's crap and I don't want to see it and you're not going to watch it. Turn it off. It's my job to protect your mind, to protect you physically and mentally. It's my job to protect. That's my job. I'm protecting you from all the garbage. And that's what I'm going to do.
We agree on that. 100%. Why do you want to put trash in somebody's mind? Just because somebody produces something, that doesn't mean we have to accept it or say it's great. Yeah, bring it into my house. I love it. But see, you say that and people, oh, you know, you're a male chauvinist. You know, you're trying to control your woman's mind. No, I'm not. Trying to get trash out of her head the same way she might say that to me. Why are you watching that? Turn it off.